Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the second episode, The Story of Pap's Farm. Now, you might be wondering what I'm doing still out here in this field, and I do still have some logs to load up. But I think we're going to put this project on hold because we did a good bit of logging in the last episode. And instead, we're going to work on a contract. Field 51, right across the street here, needs to be harvested, and the fine folks that own the property are fresh out of help. Since we have some experience with agriculture, I told them we'd take it on. So we gotta go up to the store and grab the harvester and come down here and harvest this grain. Now, what I thought I might do uh, is take our truck. If I can figure out where I left it. There it is. We'll just strap down the logs that we have. Maybe. Not showing me any straps on these ones. There we go. That one. Just so those logs don't go anywhere. Because one thing I'm trying to not do in this series is teleport a lot. So, lost a log. This is what I'm trying to avoid. Excuse me. Alright. Off we go. So we're going to head up to the store and get a hold of the combine. And we'll drive it down. I won't do a lot of the series in first person, but if you want to see what it's like inside the truck, here it is. It's a nice old Chevy truck. Very well done model. And I want to make sure that we try to drive somewhat realistically here. Okay, nothing coming that way or that way. Just birds. Just birds in the way. Alright. Now one thing I like to do, I'm not sure if it's legal or not, but I like to cut through this little spot here. So we don't have to make that tough turn. Alright, and the shop is up here on the left-hand side. So we should see our combine in here. Now, to do the whole project, it's letting us borrow all the gear we need. So we'll park our truck over here. I don't think I need that trailer. As long as no cars get super close to us, we'll be okay. And I'll come back and get that tractor for the grain once we get some of the field done with harvesting. Now I know when you clicked on this series, you probably thought you were going to get to see me use lots of older and vintage equipment, but we got to make money first. We got to, do some jobs to make money. And I know this is going to be a little bit of a drive, but we won't have to bring it back up here because we can just return it from the field. The folks at the store will do it for us. I can't go any faster than this, so it'll be a few minutes to get down there. And then we'll have to, I may actually teleport back up here just to get that tractor and wagon. I should have done follow me. Anyways, I don't want to get too far out of character here. talking about the game. Let's just talk about this world here that we're in. So we're hoping to get Pap's farm saved here. Uh-oh. And I think we're well on our way. If we do this job, I think we're going to be able to make somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,500. We might get a little bit of extra for if we sell the overage of the grain. So I think that's going to be good to go. I think that's going to be pretty nice. Man, that guy is like real in a hurry. I literally can't go faster, so you're just going to have to wait. I was about to get excited when I saw that field over there, but that's not the one we're doing. The one we're doing is down there just over the bridge. Field 51. And I don't want to try to cut through this person's yard because we need to get over the bridge. This field over here on the left, the yellow, is canola. Those are canola flowers. And to the left of them, those are ripe sunflowers. Are we going to go a little faster down the hill? Nope. Oh man, here comes a big old dump truck. We got to get out of the way. Okay. That was a good location to have a dump truck. If it would have came when we were on the bridge, it would have been bad for everybody. But as soon as we get over this bridge, we can go ahead and start harvesting. We'll just cross right into the field. As long as we don't get stuck. Okay, good. Alright. Hit the button to unfold the harvester. Oh, they're still mad. Sorry you're so mad, people. Alright, so we can't get the straw from a contract, so we won't worry about the straw. I mean, I guess let's go ahead and switch that off. Oops, wrong button. Here we go. Back at it. So it's not too big of a field. And like I said, we'll get a little bit of money. And then probably head back over to our farm, our land, and maybe finish up tossing those logs into the back of the truck. That makes it pretty hard to see. So this is what it looks like in first person mode. Pretty cool. I'm looking forward to eventually getting an old vintage combine for us to use on our own land. But for now, we're just getting experience, learning how to do all this, and making money working somebody else's land. Okay, I'm going to go ahead up here, and then I'm going to back up and cut across. We certainly don't want to end up down in the river. Another reason why I wanted to do this was it's nice to work the neighbor's ground too. Give you an idea of kind of where you're at. Their soil's probably pretty similar. The crop types that they grow probably pretty similar. This is giving us a good look into. I need to go back to the other camera mode. It looks like we're missing just a little bit. Try to stay down here underneath the trees. Alright, we're already at 3,000 liters, so this is probably going to be quite a bit of grain on this field. This one, I think we can make. Put that there. Now this little tractor is a Stara brand. Not a brand that I have used very much, because it's not around here, but I didn't get to pick because this was part of the contract package. So we'll just live with it. This is, I believe, a Farm Tech trailer. So it's the right size for the job. But this is part of what makes it so fun then to use our own equipment once we get it. So then we can kind of tailor make things. There's some that you can customize the color and the style. Some that allow you to change the wheels. Some of the tractors you can change the horsepower, style, all that. So I said in the last episode, and it's worth reiterating here, that I'm basically going to treat these episodes by job rather than say, like, I'm going to fit a day in an episode, or I'm going to, that kind of stuff. So we're going to do this field. I may not do the logging now that I look at how long this is taking. Hope people understand. And I hope people stick around, because I'm trying to play this honestly. This is a guy that inherited this farmland, and he's trying to. I'm just trying to make it work. We need this bit of startup capital here. It's going to be pretty late in the day by the time we get this field done, so we're probably going to need to set up a place to sleep, among other things. Oops, that's a tad too far. There we go. Now that I look at it like this, maybe a bigger field than I first thought. Wonder how many loads this is going to be. Oops. I couldn't figure out why it didn't. There we go. It's in the wrong vehicle. Yet again, we're up in the leaves. Okay, I think if we go up and down this way, that'll get the job done. There doesn't seem to be any specific way you need to go on a field like this. On a rectangular field, you go the long way. But on these odd-shaped fields, you can kind of do whatever feels right. Again, trees are making it hard to see what we're doing. Just don't want to miss any spots. Every bit of grain here is a potential little bit of income that we can put towards buying our starter equipment and all that. I hope folks are enjoying this idea here. I didn't want to have like I said before, I didn't want to have the first several episodes all be logging, since that's mostly what needs to happen over there. Thought I'd do a few other things, uh, and since the field that I could literally see across the street needed to be done, thought this would be perfect. So we were at 45% from doing this down and back, so we should be right at 90% in our load. So we'll unload when we get back up there, and we'll keep going until we fill the trailer, and then I'll take the first trailer load to the delivery point, and then we'll come back and finish. It is 1:50 in the afternoon, so we have a little bit of time before we need to go get our camp set up to get us through the night. I don't know the mod that I got I don't know if it'll let us actually sleep through the night or if we'll have to do 120 and simulate. Oh, come on. I'm not stuck, am I? Maybe I should do two. Maybe I should have done two headlands just to make turning around easier. Oh well, live and learn. If I ever work this field again, I'll keep that in mind. Now, I don't foresee that we will buy any ground on this side of the road. Now, this is the neighbor's farm. So we'll probably work our own piece, and then if some of those wild sections become available to us, we'll work those. But I can't really see us working this field again. It's another reason to take the opportunity early on to enjoy working it. I like the views. You got a little view of the bridge over here. Uh, it is tucked away nicely. Oh man, what are we on? 95%. That's crazy. I was not expecting that. Can I swing this? Hit the trailer. Can I swing it down? Man, switching directions with some of these implements can be rough. Of all the brands, it gave us Rostelmash. Rostelmash and Stara are probably two of the only brands you wouldn't see in eastern Pennsylvania. They could have given us Massey Ferguson. They could have given us John Deere. But beggars can't be choosers, you know. We're at the mercy of the contract. So we will make do with what we got. Alright, well, if another down and back means we're going to have to dump it, then, or was that, I guess. That was a 2 down and backs. So I bet we'll fill it with one more hopper load, and then the last section will be a separate trailer. So barley is used in this game for chicken feed, or you can sell it off the field. One thing that's nice to do with a crop like barley is to bale the straw. You can either then use the straw for bedding for animals, or you can use the straw to sell off the field. Make a little bit more money by doing that. So we will probably, I mean, we're not doing straw because it won't let you with a contract. But when we plant our own crops, maybe that's something to consider. I don't know. I haven't fully scripted where all we want the farm to go because I want to see how the storyline unfolds, and I want to see how our land goes. It's entirely possible that we'll do a good bit of work with the lumber, but I don't want the series to be dominated by that. Okay, so this next trip should be less because it's shorter over here. Okay, we'll do another down and back, and we'll dump it, and we'll probably have to run the first load to the delivery point. You can see down in the bottom left, you could probably see the blinking green. That means that's where we need to take our delivery to. This is one of my favorite things to do in this game. I find it very relaxing to harvest. And the best part about harvesting a contract field is you didn't even have to do the work to get the crop ready. It's just a real nice, complete crop. You get the good feeling of getting the harvest. And it's one of my favorite contracts also because you get money for the overage. So the amount of grain over the expected amount for the contract, they will either you can keep the grain, like if we had some chickens in already, which I contemplated, but I think we'll wait a bit on that. When you have some, if you have a place to store it, you can take the grain over to your own area and drop it off. And I've done that with some playthroughs for sure. But it doesn't seem like a natural fit for this one, so we'll say no thanks. We're going to have just over 4,000 liters here. Looks like about 4,500 we should come in at. So we'll unload this, and I think it'll be pretty close to filling the trailer. Nope. All right. We'll just keep plugging away. There's still a good bit of grain here. I mean, it feels like we're almost done because of the way that slant comes in there, but this is still a lot for sure. If those couple down and backs were 4,000 liters, you better believe there's probably every bit 10 here. That's another thing I find interesting about this game is that you just can't rush it. Like there's no speed run, there's no jump higher, faster. It's not timing based, it's just process. It's just a process that takes time. I appreciate that. look at this model. Can we just appreciate how incredible this looks? All the moving parts. I mean, as somebody who grew up with his first entertainment system being the regular NES, this is pretty incredible. Just the distance that Farm Sim has gone from Farm Sim 15 that I played on an old laptop to this game with just the rich visuals, the lighting is so good. And to think that there's going to be even better graphics on 22 just blows my mind. That's why we're excited to do this playthrough as we wait for 22 to come out. Allow us to play with some of the vehicles that we maybe didn't use enough. I've got some tractors in mind. In fact, that's going to be one of the most difficult things to write the script around for this. Why would a single farmer want to go out and buy about 15 different tractors? Oh, we probably wouldn't in real life, but we'll find a way to do that because I have a lot of different ones I want to try. And I was thinking about maybe having, some that we loan, borrow from people for whatever reason, do work on other people's property as well as our own. With this job, it makes sense that you would do the contract with the person who hired you's equipment. So I wasn't going to go out and buy a bunch of stuff for that. Okay, I think one more backup and we'll be able to empty this load. And I don't know if this will all fit in one more, but probably 1.5, I would think. Oh. Full. So this is 87%. We're going to have to run this. Looks like we can get out on the road over there. Alright, 15,000. Are they going to make us go far? Nah, not too bad. Although being pegged at 19 miles an hour is going to make it far. Look at our farm. It's not really a farm yet. I think we'll try to have a driveway that goes back alongside that existing driveway start. And we'll probably not cut the big white trees right away. We'll probably work around them. Wonder what that is up there. Looks like maybe the BGA biogas plant, something like that. Or wood chips. I don't know. Gosh, this tractor is so slow. Oh, this is the biogas plant. Definitely. That's one thing I don't like that they did with FS19. They made it you had to buy the biogas plant to make money with it, which is ridiculous. It's like you have to find some other way to make $200,000 before you can even start doing biogas. I think it's fine if you want to say, like, if you don't own the land, then you have to pay some sort of cut, some sort of fee. Like, let's say you make $1,000 from the silage that you sell, then it could say like 10% taken because you're not like a whatever, you don't own it. It's a facilities fee, maintenance fee or something. I think maybe I spoke too soon by saying that it wasn't that far. Feels far going 19. So not this road, but the next road. Alrighty. Huh, I've never been here. Don't think I even realized it was here. Okay. Go ahead and unload this barley. So it's not giving us any money because this is not our barley. This is someone else's. So it's giving us completion towards our contract. So it just said 71% transported. So we'll go finish the rest of it and bring it up here. And then it should give us money. Back in the turtle mobile. It's frustrating we have to do this again. I guess I could probably pull this trailer with my truck. It'd be faster. But I could just be a little more patient. Just take a little dab of patience. I imagine in real life this would feel pretty good, just cruising along, going 19 miles an hour in a big tractor on the road. 19 doesn't sound fast, but it's pretty fast in a tractor. I thought about trying to do this whole series with in first person, but I'm just not skilled enough with the game to do that. Especially driving in like close quarters, like the mirrors work on some mods but not others, and it'd be difficult. So I will switch accordingly. So we need to go straight under and get the rest of what's in the combine because we weren't able to completely empty it. How'd I do? Pretty darn close. For not being able to see, that's impressivo. Okay, so the rest will fit in here, and we'll haul that up there. We'll make our money. We'll drive back down to our property. We'll get set up for the night. Because I don't think we'll do a lot more work in the in-game day. We dropped the tree. Let's just go ahead and go around this way. Shouldn't have a problem fitting all this in. I don't know if we'll fit this whole section in this one combine load, but it'll be close. I'm going to say it's going to be a little over. So how many liters did we deliver already? Quite a nice amount. 14,000? Is that what the capacity? Something like that. Sorry about the camera work. I know it's been a little bit frustrating trying to keep you out of the trees, but you know, it's a catch-22 because the trees are part of what we love about this map. There are definitely some maps without the realistic decoration. I'd be interested to see if there will be, oh, squeaking by, if there will be additional foliage in the next farm sim. Like, I know they already said that they have, there's going to be placeable trees as part of the build your own farm aspect of the game, which I think is fantastic. I'm going to do a lot of that, I'm sure. Building my own farm, city, base, any of that is always my favorite in games. So I will be all over that. I'm just curious if they'll bring in other tree types so you can go crazy with it. Will we be able to finish it? It's going to be close. I think it's going to take 2 swaths. 2 more swaths. I should have turned the... Yeah, definitely 2 more. They even have the fire extinguisher on there. Like, are there any details they missed on this thing? Look at that. Just incredible. You would think after playing this game for however many years that I would be no longer be impressed with the details, but I still am. That was the big thing that they said when this game came out after playing 17. They said, FS19 is going to have better lighting than you've ever seen. And I remember thinking, first of all, I didn't think the lighting in 17 was that bad. And second of all, what difference does it make? I'm driving pretend, virtual tractors. And oh my word, it just pops different. It just does. It just pops differently. Okay, so here's what we hope. We hope that of this 6,000 grain, so that's 20,000 total. So we hope that 3,000 of this goes toward the contract, and then 3,000 of it we get income. So if let's just assume that's the case, let's assume barley's somewhere around 400 per 1,000 liters. I don't know what it is right now, and I don't feel like looking because I can't look at that and keep driving. So let's just assume that it's that. That's like $1,200 on top of the contract, which should be, given that we used the borrowed equipment, should be around 1,600. So we're looking at a payday over $2,000. We just might finish the day pushing 4,000, which is a good place to be. I'll probably do a little bit of shopping around to see if we can't. Well, we'll be hauling some trees probably next episode, and maybe the combination of getting some trees out of the way, maybe, and making the money off of the trees plus this contract, maybe we can afford our first tractor. That'd be pretty cool. Definitely would be cool. I also hope to get some sort of grain truck set up before we do this again, because a grain truck would be a lot faster. Even if it only goes 30, that's a lot, considerably faster. There's so many different things you can do in this game, though. It's insane. You think like, oh, it's just the same old thing, crops over and over. But it's not. You've got crops, you've got livestock, you can plant trees, you can have greenhouses. Some people mine gold with this game. I've never gone that far, but I understand why it's appealing. For sure. All right, we're pushing 4 o'clock now, just over 4 o'clock, so hopefully this goes quickly. I'd like to get our sleeping arrangements set up for the night. Oh, look at that money coming in. Let's go. We made $3,000 on the overage. Okay, so I was way off. That was just on the overage. Now we can collect the 1,700 for the contract itself. Holy, we're at 7,000. I thought we were going to be at 4. Oh my. Okay, so I know I said I wasn't gonna fast travel, but I did for that. So we'll drive back down to the house. Oh, we don't have a house yet, but we'll drive back down to our property. It'll go much faster in this truck, and we'll see if we can't get set up for the night. Thanks so much for sticking with me. If you're still watching the video, I really appreciate it. Hopefully, you will enjoy the ending here. I'm looking forward to getting our sleeping arrangements set up, which should be a nice little way to put a bow on the end of the episode. We'll have a place to stay, and we'll wake up the next day with $7,000 in our account. Hopefully, we can cut the rest of this tree, maybe get a tractor with a mower and another wagon to do some pickup soon. Ooh. There it is. Look, we did such a good job. Contract is done. No more barley in that field. It does look nice. We did a pretty good job. Alright, so right here on the left. We'll put a driveway in. I'm thinking maybe going back here, but what I was thinking we could do for tonight is set up we want to be in here. Okay. Not that. Yeah, here we go. Camping tent. You don't own this land. What? Oh, alright. I guess I was off a little bit. That's not such a bad place to put it. We'll put our tent right there. Let's go check it out. Is there a sleep trigger in here? Is the question. Doesn't appear to be. So I don't want to pay $1,000 to place a sleep trigger. That seems a bit exorbitant, but then again, we got paid more than we were expecting, so maybe we just put the sleep trigger. Only one item allowed per farm. You're not tired. Oh, it did build it. Okay. I don't know. Leave me a comment, but if you think we should reimburse ourselves for that $1,000. So while I'm up here, I'll get the truck. I did want to check and see if we can get a little bit of kindling to start our fire. I don't really see any small stuff around here. What is that? I didn't see this here last time. Oh, there's no truck in the weeds here. What is it? I can't even tell. Looks like it's got a bed on it. Wow, check that out. Oh my goodness. It even powers up. Fellas, we got ourselves a truck. Look at that. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? And it was right here. You know what? It was not in our land. So we're going to have to talk to the neighbors. But I bet they didn't even know it was there. Oh my goodness. We have ourselves a truck, maybe. You know, what do you guys think would be a fair price to offer for this? What are you thinking? Like, maybe $500, something like that? We'll see what they want for it. Maybe over time we can fix it up. But until next time, thanks so much for watching the Pap's Farm series. I hope you're excited. Hey, who knows? Maybe Pap even knows the guy that bought this, or knew the guy that bought this old truck. And just for the sake of jumping out of character for a second, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who watched the episode and watched the last episode. I also wanted to say thank you to the folks at OK Used Mods who made both of the trucks we've featured so far in the series. Check those guys out on Facebook if you're not already familiar with them. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now, friends.